Hello, this is Dalton Glawe here with my Pecha Kucha for educational psychology with Susie Lubbers. This will go over things like theorists, classroom management, basic educational psychology things. Let's get started. Self-efficacy was a term coined by Albert Bandura, which is basically the belief that what oneself is doing is important. It's important for teachers to keep in mind because they're generally overworked and underpaid. Intentional teaching can include anything from lesson planning to reflecting on past lessons. It's important for teachers to know how they're teaching and why they're teaching the way they are so they can give the best instruction that they can. Classroom management is one aspect of teaching that I think most educators would agree is one of the most harrowing aspects of teaching. One of the best classroom management techniques you can implement in your classroom is to have a very efficient lesson plan. The ZPD, or the zone of proximal development, is the sweet spot where the most efficient learning takes place. This is the area where students can do the work with the MKO or the more knowledgeable other. One of my favorite examples of the zone of proximal development came from a conversation I had with my theory professor last year. She said, in theory one, I can blow your mind with all this crazy stuff about weird harmonic progressions and jazz chords, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't know what a simple harmonic progression is first. Scaffolding is the teaching technique where instructors break information into chunks and model for students in order to help understanding. The simple form of this is I do, we do, you do. Reinforcement occurs when a teacher either gives something or takes something away in order to increase a desired behavior. It does not matter if the teacher gives something or takes it away. If they are trying to encourage the behavior, that is a reinforcement. Examples of reinforcers include giving candy to students who do well on a test, giving extra credit points, taking away a pop quiz, or taking away some sort of undesirable consequence in order to increase behavior. So we just talked about reinforcement. Punishment is the exact opposite. So the teacher is trying to give something or take something away in order to decrease an undesirable behavior. It does not matter if the teacher is giving something or taking something away, as long as the goal is to discourage behavior, that is a punishment. Examples of punishment include parents sending kids to bed early without supper, or taking away video games or computers or phones or something. As long as the goal is to discourage a behavior, that is a punishment. Social learning theory is a theory that was popularized by Albert Bandura. It's a belief that behavior is learned from the environment through the process of observational learning, which is shown through these monkeys here. Bronfenbrenner's ecological approach contains five social systems that influence the child in some way. In the middle, we have the child themselves, and the next system, we have the microsystem. That includes school, friends, things that directly impact the student. The mesosystem is a system of microsystems working together. So, for example, teachers and parents talking to each other, those are two microsystems working together. That communication may impact the child's development. The exosystem includes systems that may not directly impact the child, like the child's neighborhood. Macro system includes cultural elements that may affect a child's development, such as social status, wealth, things like that. The Chronos system includes events that take place throughout a child's life that may impact their development. So, parent dying, parents getting divorced, moving to a different place may impact the child's development. Adverse childhood experiences are events that children experience that may have lifelong impacts on them. They may lead to future perpetration of crimes and lifelong health issues. Over the past 5 to 10 years, education has shifted more from what students should learn to how students learn. There's been more of a focus on social emotional learning. SEL, or social emotional learning, is the process where young people and adults acquire knowledge to build healthy personalities and relationships with others, and learn how to make positive collective goals. It is important for educators to remember that just like us, students have a life outside of our classroom. They're going to have activities or unforeseen life things happen. So it is important to show our students grace where we can.